it. Fuel your life with DK Fit Meals.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Busch Light Studios. ESPN 95.3.
Like I said before, there's a rivalry that exists between these two teams, something that I fully recognize and I'm a part of. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that team. So George and I have talked, and we're on the same page.
Well, we got smoked Saturday.
Yeah, but I didn't think
I think we win that
First
game.
of all, you felt we weren't going to win, and then you go to double down, so you make sure that we don't. That's
we
just that's bad.
I think we'd have won the game if Ty hadn't been there.
They weren't going to win
bad
if I was
journalism.
there or not. Just trying to do my job. Drove 10 hours to Auburn. And
You didn't
watched
drive 10 hours to do your job.
do my job.
Please. No.
Yeah.
What was her name?
It's
I get it at certain levels, but some of this seems a bit forced. Nothing good's going to. I mean, does anyone say, well, that handshake following that 23-point butt kicking we took at Auburn, man, that now I feel like more of a sportsman.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little.
Whatever disease is currently rampaging through the local livestock.
With Ty Richardson
sucking down Dr. Thunders and spaghetti every night.
and Tommy Kraft.
That's not hard.
This is The Morning Rush.
Now, that was a diet back sophomore year. Dr. Thunder, which is phenomenal. Haven't had one in a while. Need to go to the store and get me some of those. And is there anything easier to make and more satisfying and gratifying than just a big heaping plate of spaghetti?
Make spaghetti
maybe
last
some
night.
garlic bread, maybe some green beans, but I avoided
and the
anything
garlic
green back
bread.
in-
The garlic bread doesn't have to be homemade or something that you spend. What you get out of the freezer at,
Yeah,
at
very
Walmart
good.
is
That's good
just
stuff.
fine.
It's
very
good stuff.
good.
In fact, it may be better.
It actually is better,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It really is. I had spaghetti last night. Delicious.
There you go.
My favorite meal.
What's your
spaghetti.
beef Wednesday? Brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market.
Yeah, you can go get some of that hamburger meat from Richards. You know, and you know what I'd do? I'd go to Richards. I wouldn't get hamburger meat. I get the Italian sausage because they keep it there. The ground Italian sausage. You ever done that with your spaghetti?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing you can do at Richards. Get the ground Italian sauce, or maybe have them do you a 50-50 blend. You know, and well, that makes some great spaghetti. Plus, they have the local pastas and everything there. All at Richards Country Meat. Y'all got me craving spaghetti. That may be dinner tonight. 479-443-0000 for Richards Country Meat Market here on a What's Your Beef and Pasta Wednesday.
All right, see, do you want to hit in the one hole or should I with your beef?
The what?
One hole.
The lead off? Go ahead.
All right,
You
so
sound like you're ready.
I keep getting blamed for road losses. When am I getting? I feel like Sam Pittman. Like Sam Pittman in his time here never got blamed for anything good that happened. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was
Never got
great.
blamed. Hang on.
Never
Walk me back.
got credit for anything good
Okay.
that happened.
All right.
Got blamed for everything bad. And that was the whole thing when Bobby got hired. I was like, okay, so Bobby's going to get the credit when they win, and Pittman's going to get the credit when they lose. So let's remember, I was a part of a couple runs to the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight that I was embarked on. Let's remember there have been road wins, including the first time you've ever won in the Swamp that I was down there for. That was the worst team that Sam Pittman had.
The Kenny
and
Guy
I was
game.
there.
Florida's
The Kenny
had,
Guy
too.
game.
And that was the worst team that Florida's had. Yes. And so again, I get blamed by you two, and then
It's not blame. It's just pointing out
it
facts.
leaches to our listeners. Our listeners then get on
Because
the
we
phone.
have smart listeners. They
That's right.
recognize easy to pick up on facts.
Mm-hmm.
When you travel with the Razorbacks, pretty much
Football.
regardless of
Football.
sport,
No, that's just not true.
pretty much, I mean, your winning percentage all-time, all sports is pretty bad.
Maybe
If
hovering
I-
around
if
500.
I-
I mean,
maybe.
it would be good enough to get you into the Major League Baseball Hall
That's
of Fame as
true.
a batting average, but that's about
Yes.
it.
That's it.
If I added,
I mean, we're around 30%.
football is not good because the team hasn't been good.
Well, why hasn't the
Basketball
team been
has
good?
been good, so the road records have been good. They
I mean,
were
you
not-
even go to the home games now, and the football team
I'm
can't
not-
win at home.
I'm not going to
when
that.
you are there. I mean, it is the KOD of KOD.
My dad hadn't been to a Razorback game in I don't know how long, and then we went to the Notre Dame game there. A lot of hype, a lot of
That was a sad day.
excitement, and we left early. Colton, you were ticked off. Tommy was ticked off. I was ticked off, and I felt bad because I was like, "This is my dad's first Razorback experience in years." And then that was the display they put
He
on.
texted me like the next week and said, "Hey, will you go with me to games now instead of Ty?" And we tried that this year. It didn't work, but
We're not blaming you. As
just
tried
pointing
and,
out facts.
as tried and true journalists like Tommy and myself, it would be irresponsible of us to get
not
on the
about
air
opinion.
and not point out those facts.
it's not
JT
about opinion. It's about a fact that they always lose on the road when you're
You
there.
keep saying always. That's just a blatant lie. JT in Hot Springs says the NCAA tournament
Haven't
games
won
don't
this year
count.
with you there.
Only been to one game. It's
Well, you're
January
0 for
4th.
1.
I'm not going to another game. Like you,
Thank
you were
God.
talking about the before the show. Florida's kind of picking up.
Are you
steam a
going
little bit.
tonight?
I'm not going to
Thank
Gainesville.
God.
I'm not going tonight. No, it's a midweek. I don't do midweek games. I
That's my
especially
beef.
don't- Yeah, 8 o'clock, and I know there's a bunch of-
I've got an old man beef this morning. That's the 8 o'clock starts on a weeknight. That is an old, and I understand it's for TV. You don't text on the Lewis Automotive Group. I get why they do it, but man, that you are. I don't say it wrecks 2 days, but it wrecks. It's going to wreck your morning tomorrow. I mean, if you to stay up, and then you say, well, it's only 8 o'clock, but you get it.
Yeah,
And you're only 31.
someone whose alarm goes off at 4:15 every morning when you have a midweek game, and I got to do post game next midweek, so I'm not going to go to bed till probably 12:15, 12:30. And I was just thinking about, all right, so that's a maximum of about 4 hours of sleep that night. So I've changed. When I found out, and perfect example in Auburn this weekend is after the game. I'm not in the best of moods because we just got housed. But I'm with
And you were there.
friends. I'm with chill on that.
He went down there to roll Toomer's corner with the locals.
No, that's
I saw
not
pictures.
true.
You were there.
I took a picture because I didn't know they did it after basketball games. But
Yeah.
that being said,
Only when you're there.
it's 10 o'clock or so, and my buddy looks at me. It's like, all right, so what do you want to do now? We're on our second bar of the night. I looked at him. I was like, man, I want to go home. I can't stay into the night anymore. This is I've been told by many that's like once you hit 30, everything changes, and those people were right. Like I don't stay up late. I prefer to do things in the midst of the day. If I'm going to consume alcohol of any sorts on the weekend, do it during the day because my threshold now is about 11 o'clock, and then I'm ready to go to bed. And I understand. Like I always made fun of whether it's my parents or any middle-aged or older gentleman or gal. I was like, why are you going to bed this early in my 20s? And now I
Because I
understand.
can.
And now I understand why that is the case.
I got teenagers in my house, and they think there's some kind of like trophy or some kind of award you're going to win if you stay up all
late.
night. And then you find out as you get older, they don't hand out any prizes because you were out till 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they hand out are bad things, like going to jail. There's nothing good that happens at 3 a.m. So
the old adage, nothing good ever happens after midnight.
yeah,
I don't blame people for thinking that nowadays. Now there are special
the older you
occasions.
get, going to bed at 9:30 sounds glorious.
Austin says keep Ty out of Athens on Saturday.
Amen.
Not going for the trip to Athens. I would guess there are some Atlanta Razorback fans that will drive down there. Big one tonight. South Carolina comes in as the term desperate used by Calipari in this last game. Similar 1-2. They've at least got a conference win heading to Bud Walton later on tonight. Nick Pringle's taking on his former team. You've got Carter Knox, who's probably going to take on his brother tonight, which is kind of a cool dynamic in this game. South Carolina, prior to your win last season, the SEC tournament, had won 3 straight against you, and they whacked you in South Carolina and Columbia this past season. So hopefully Arkansas can not only get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from this past Saturday in Auburn in the jungle, but also just kind of be at the top of the SEC at 3-1 with Texas A&M, and we'll see how Vandy shakes out tonight.
Bet Saracen thinks the Razorbacks going to win by a pretty good margin. They know the Bud Walton Arena factor. Have you seen the line? So if I ask, no.
I have not honest.
I've got Bet Saracen up
I'm going to
here.
guess Arkansas is a 7-point favorite.
You haven't seen. No, it's 10.5.
Okay.
Bet Saracen's
Wow.
got Arkansas minus 10.5, minus 600 on the money line, and you can use the promo code WELCOME. Get $150 in bonus bets and find all sorts of stuff there, including tonight's game, NFL playoffs in the divisional round, plus tons of other different bets. What am I looking for? What's the right word for these? Like for
Player
instance, South
props?
Carolina.
Game props?
Yeah, there's like the first score. Who's going to score first?
Yeah, player props.
Well, it's like team props, I guess. There's some
Team
of those.
props, yeah.
South Carolina Gamecocks at Arkansas. Who wins the tip? You can bet on that. So, I mean, there's all sorts of other opportunities, we'll call them, available at Bet Sarasota. Arkansas 10.5. What's that building worth? Is it 6? Is it 7? What's Bud Walton worth?
Well,
On a weeknight versus
football-
a weekend, I think on Saturday games it's 2 points more than a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock.
So football, traditionally, you get 3 points for being at home for most big-time venues. I would say Bud Walton, like you said, on a weekend, it'd be like 7.
Yeah.
Maybe on a weekday, it's
I'm
like
with you.
5, maybe 6. I don't know, but it is a. I mean, I think I'd point to the latest game I'd point to is Nate Ament and the true freshman who looked bewildered in that first half. I mean, it's one thing when you're a seasoned vet and you played a lot of SEC ball and you're coming in, but when you're playing like your first conference game inside of that arena like he was a couple weeks ago for Tennessee, and he looked shell-shocked. Had 2 points in the first half, airballed that 3, missed a couple free throws initially, got a little better, but it's just it's tough. And you could say the same about Thompson Bowling. You could say the same about the Azteca Arena in Gainesville. You could say the same about the Jungle, which we unfortunately saw this weekend. I know Darius had a decent game. I think he was 7 of 16. Malik played okay, but that team just unfortunately walked into a buzzsaw this past Saturday. But yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
Is there a tougher road environment Arkansas will face? I don't know that Alabama going on the road there may be a tougher team than Auburn, but I don't think the environment is going to be worse.
Environment, yes, number one is in the Jungle. I hate saying that because I love what we have in Bud Walton, but it's better than Bud Walton.
Georgia this weekend, no.
It's a tough game.
At OU. I mean, I'm not talking about the team. I'm just talking about crowd atmosphere, the confines. Georgia, no. Oklahoma, no. Mississippi State, no. LSU, no. Alabama will be a better team, I believe, than Auburn by the time you get to play those guys mid-February. Florida might be the best team after the way they put on. You go there, but I don't think it's. I think you've faced your hardest venue. Now, not your most difficult team, but I don't think you'll face any.
How'd Boogie do last
Any
night?
distraction greater than what you saw?
I know Florida won. They won pretty handily over Oklahoma and Norman by what?
They're starting to look like the best team.
Let's see. Boogie had 15, 7 of 16, 1 of 5 from 3, and 7 assists. Yeah, he's starting to, ever since that haircut, he's starting to come in his own a little.
Hey, and Saturday, Florida's at Vandy. I mean, you talk about mega matchup. That's Saturday. So
listen, Boogie,
only 2 games with ranked teams playing each other. That's Florida, Vandy, and Arkansas, Georgia.
Boogie got a lot of flack for transferring.
2 league games.
And I mean, he just might have found a better situation for him because they were not playing good. Him and Lee were
He
not
wasn't
playing
going to play
good.
here.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
He knew that. I mean, would you trade him now for Acuff? Of course not.
They've got a lot of other pieces on that team. The Howe kid.
I won't tell you they're
Shinlu.
big.
Yeah,
that game scares me just because I don't think we match up well.
Arkansas's not winning that game. I'll tell you right now on January 14th. A month and a half. They're not winning that game. They don't have the front court. You're
going to have to shoot the lights out for 3. That's how you can win, but it's transition points, and it's like shooting 40% from 3.
They have Condon, Hanglon. Is it Hanglon, how you say his name? And
Hanglon.
Yeah, they're like 6'9", 6'10". I was watching the
Chinulu,
SEC now.
Hall,
they are
Condon,
they don't have.
They are good.
They
don't
are
have,
massive on their front line.
Why am I blanking on the kid that was the player of the year last year in the SEC?
Richard?
Walker Clayton. They don't have Clayton. They have good guard play. Like Lee and Boogie are inconsistent, but they still have the best front court in college basketball. Like Arkansas's not winning that game. They might beat them on a neutral side in Nashville. They might beat them in the NCAA tournament. They're not going into the swamp and winning that game or whatever they call it down there. The O'Connell
That's the end of
Center.
February. A lot of balls to dribble between now and February 28th. But I don't like the physical matchup.
And that's, I mean, we can, if we look forward here 2 months, if Arkansas gets going against like a tough front court team, they're probably going to lose. Like defensively, you haven't shown anything the first 3 SEC games that you're capable of getting that second weekend. You have offensively. Defensively, you got a lot of work to do, and hopefully it starts tonight.
5 games tonight in the SEC. We'll look at all that coming up in the SEC update. But Arkansas, one of the 2 late games tonight. Vandy at Texas. Any interest in that tonight on the Deuce?
Yeah, after Texas beat
8 o'clock?
Alabama this weekend, Vanderbilt's still the only undefeated SEC team.
The other late game, of course, Arkansas. The early games, Ole Miss and Georgia. That's interesting. Auburn at Missouri, and Kentucky is going to LSU to lose again.
Go Tigers.
So, yeah. So that's tonight's slate. So,
All right. Did you see that Mike Tomlin stepped down?
I think the world has seen that. Yeah.
So Mike Tomlin steps down with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baltimore also has an open job. I listened to their owner, Steve Biscotti, whose franchise is valued at a little over $6 billion. And he had a different philosophy than Jerry Jones did a couple weeks ago.
When I watch guys like Art Blank and Steve Ross and Jerry Jones, and Jerry talking about what part of his anatomy he would give up for a Super Bowl at 83 years old, I don't want to be there. I really don't. I want to win a couple Super Bowls and get the hell out. I'd love that to be in the next 10 years when I'm 75. That's my dream. If I got one of the top teams at 75, I'll probably stay till 76. So I'll probably bail somewhere around 10 years from now when I have a really bad season or back-to-back seasons.
But if you hear an eerie sound going across Dallas, that's me with my head in the pillow screaming at night, pining away, wanting to get in a position to get a Super Bowl.
This is the opening drive.
So different thought processes there. Jerry's 83, Robert Kraft's 84, Steve Biscotti, the owner of the Baltimore Ravens, is 65 years old. Sounds like he's got about a decade left. He's not giving it up to his family. I don't know if you listen to that. He's going to sell it because he doesn't want his family to have turmoil and bickering and arguing after he sells it or dies or anything else like that, which I thought was kind of an interesting thought. Now, he kind of
means they don't get along.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. He also spoke to, he got asked about Mike Tomlin, the possibility of him becoming the Ravens head coach, and he kind of joked about that. Harbaugh's been let go by the Ravens. Tomlin stepped down from the Steelers. They're not going to switch. I bet Tomlin goes to Fox. Harbaugh's going to take another NFL job. It's not going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But I did want just that philosophy. When do you want to hang it up? When do you want to be done? Because he's going to probably go to the games and whatnot. His franchise is, like I said, worth over $6 billion. When do you want to be completely rid? And maybe you love your job, maybe you hate it. But when do you want to be done with it?
I love my job and I love what I do every day. I don't know. I would love to be able to retire at 60, but I don't know that I want to. I mean, the goal in life is to be able to call your next shot with no concern, right? So I would love at 55 to have enough coins in my corner of the table to say, you know what, I can do what I want. And by 60, securely, I don't know. I've got kids still at home, so I'm not going to be able to afford to do that. I don't know. It depends on where you're at in life. I think the way I see it at 50 is probably different than the way you see it at 31 and Colton at 18 or whatever you are now. You know, what are you, 26?
26.
26? I mean, I think that, you can't, the word retirement hadn't even crossed your mind.
No, I'm just getting started.
Yeah. I mean, so I think it's where you're at in life. I'd love to work another 10 years and then figure out what I want to do next. Might be stay right here.
I've got a friend that's got a countdown timer and clock till his final day in 2027. So I didn't know if you kind of had that similar.
How old is this friend?
He's in his 60s.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, no, I mean, if I was retirement age, but I'm not retirement age.
Well, the reason I asked is Biscotti kind of set a date there. It's like a decade. And I didn't know if you or Colton or anyone else.
I unfortunately don't have any assets on my balance sheet worth $6 billion. I mean, how much work are you really doing when you have $6 billion on your balance sheet?
And I should have looked up what he bought.
I got $6 on my balance sheet.
You know what? You see the franchises, what they bought them for, and then what they're worth now. I'm guessing Baltimore, like any other NFL franchises, was purchased for far less of a price than what it's been valued at now. And you know where that ranks? You know where the Ravens rank in the National Football League after being valued at $6.62 billion, according to CNBC?
Probably 6th or 7th.
23rd.
23rd. Okay, I'm way off.
23rd.
You know what? The IRS is sitting back saying, go ahead and sell it. They're rubbing their hands together because you got a big 1031 problem there. You got a big tax issue there.
Dennis texting in. It's like, how unfortunate. They'll get billions instead of the franchise. It's unfortunate for his his family. But when I heard him say that, I kind of thought the same thing you
Man,
did.
I
The
would
kids probably
never-
don't get along.
I would never say. I mean, if I'm in Jerry Jones' position or the Rooneys or any of the, why would you? I mean, there's only 32 of these babies. It's the most. It's more exclusive than Augusta National. It's the most exclusive club. Is there anything more exclusive in our country of that value than owning an NFL franchise? Think about that for a minute.
32.
Maybe I should have made that our morning rush. I mean, the U.S. Senate, not that exclusive.
100 of them.
Congress, certainly not that exclusive.
No.
Augusta National has far more members than 32. What would be more exclusive than owning an NFL franchise? And it kicks off hundreds of millions of dollars in cash every year. I mean, selling this, how's that going to change your lifestyle? It's just going to create you more problems. I would never sell an NFL franchise. And I would set it up where my grandkids couldn't sell it. Just don't mess it up.
There's
Keep the train going down the tracks.
There's got to be
You're going to make a lot of money not even winning.
There's got to be a way. Like, I know Yellowstone had to its way to avoid the inheritance tax, but I would guess the Jones have been working feverishly as Jerry continues to get older to find as many ways to shield that money so that Steven can take over.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they got the best attorneys working on that. All right, that's your opening drive. It's brought to you by Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms. Dr. Sparkman and Dr. Blaine Van Nice and their team always make sure it's a comfortable experience every time you go in, because you want to have one of those big pearly white smiles like Ty does. You know, when you go out, you want to have one of them smiles like Ty does. So they can help you with
Talk
that.
about exclusive.
479-226-3500. They can also do the snore guard. Sleep apnea and snoring are an issue for you. They can create a custom snore guard. You'll save $300 when you mention you heard it here on the Morning Rush. 479-226-3500 or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hog update coming up. Just saw the post from Hank Hendricks, Fayetteville High School. We'll talk more about that as we continue on the Morning Rush.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you, Ty.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Raleigh.
This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. You know, a famous coach once said there's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there's only one Razorback.
And there's only one Razorback store that's owned by a family of University of Arkansas alums.
And that's us, the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. Y'all know why seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels.
Dad, just please stop.
Anyway, the Stadium Shop on Razorback has everything you could want. Tees, hoodies, puffer vests, polos from Nike, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, Champion, and many more.
Plus, we have stuff for your fan cave and those Razorback golfers out there.
So next time you're in Fayetteville, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or you can shop us on that Googleator, Facegram, Instagram,
Dad, just stop
Instaweb.
before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
I always want to be steady and poised and, just have that beast in me so I can, do what I want to do.
This is the Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Wave Rural Connect has some exciting news. Our service is now available in a brand new zone covering parts of Midland and Montreal. If you're along Highway 45, 252 or 253, or on Douglas Road or Slaytonville Road, you can get fast, reliable fiber internet today. Don't miss out. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect. Internet that works when you need it most.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free Natural State Jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Top CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
Hungry for a deal? Blue Ember Smokehouse is firing up the pits with specials you can't resist all week long in 2026. Kick off the week with Nacho Monday, your choice of slow-smoked pork, chicken, turkey, or brisket piled high with all the fixins. Then keep the party going with Taco Tuesday. Grab brisket, pork, or chicken tacos starting at just $2.99. And that's just the start. Weekly specials can vary, so check your local Blue Ember for all the delicious deals we're serving up. Stop by and see us, or visit blueembersmokehouse.com. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Get smoked.
Are you tired of bulky, embarrassing dentures? At River Valley Smile Center, we offer fixed hybrid dentures, a permanent solution that looks and feels more natural than traditional dentures. They're secure, comfortable, and never come out. Most procedures can be completed right here in our office with sedation. No need for referrals. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced techniques, and digital workflow, we provide the best possible outcomes. Financing is also available. Call us at River Valley Smile Center today at 479-646-0706 or visit us at rivervalleysmiles.com.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Come on, pig.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Go Hog.
Three back to the attack downhill and run games. How big is that? The timing of it.
Do you want him to attack downhill? Is that your, like, what do you know about attacking downhill in the run game? You don't know. All right, that's right. Have him attacking downhill. It's good to have a healthy Dre Greenlaw back in the game. Yeah.
I know Sean Payton's a really good coach. I know that he's been to Oakland. What? But he's a tool. Like,
I love that. I love
that is so pretentious and stupid.
I like Saban.
But quit asking a pretentious question where you think you know what you're talking about when you don't.
Okay, hold on.
That's a reach.
There's one.
That's a reach.
Yeah, that's okay. So you remember Saban a couple years ago at media days when he got asked about personnel, which, by the way, Nick Saban loves actual football questions, and he's like, I don't know what that is. He's joking with the guy, and then the guy explained it correctly, and he's like, I'm just kidding. I know that personnel package. that's a term I've heard used. That's a football term I've heard used. You don't have to, you're asking a question. A guy hadn't played in, 8 games this season? Fayetteville kid, I'm really excited, even though I want the Bills to advance past the Broncos this weekend. I didn't see any harm in that. Again, that's about Dre Greenlaw, who's missed 8 games this year. He's practicing this week, trying to get ready Mile High for the Buffalo Bills coming into town.
It does feel like you're punching down. I will agree with that.
Okay.
But
hey, Coach,
there's so many of. Hey, you want to talk about tools? There's a lot of tools in the media too.
Okay, that's fair.
And we see them all at SEC Media Days, and they all try to ask questions to promote themselves, number one, or to sound smarter than they actually are, number two. Just ask your damn question. Quit trying to throw in football terms you don't know anything about. Quit trying to say, Coach, when you're in the 12 personnel package, blah blah. Quit doing that stuff and just ask your question.
Then what's the difference between coming downhill and stopping the run? Because I've heard both used numerous times.
He's using a football phrase.
Yeah.
He's not. It's a phrase. He's not trying to
Don't ask a frustrated coach in those moments.
Frustrated, they're number one in the AFC. What does he have to be frustrated?
Did he sound frustrated to you?
Talking about Peyton?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's one. What does he have to be frustrated about? They're
Well,
number one. They're
he's a
hosting
coach.
this weekend.
Coaches wake up an extra 30 minutes to be paranoid. I mean, they get up 30 minutes. You're the son of a coach. Am I right? Coaches wake up an extra 30 minutes in the morning to take their paranoid pill. They're always frustrated about preparation. They're more frustrated about, it's not the games, it's the preparation, the practice, it's all the things they can't control that frustrate them.
I guess he's scared of Josh Allen.
Well, he's got to be happy.
Coaches are scared of everything.
That number one Russian offense coming into
scared
town
of everything
this weekend. Speaking of frustrated coaches, and I know you had a busy weekend. Did you catch what happened with Fayetteville High and Arkansas? And
I was hoping to avoid the conversation, but yes, I saw all of it.
What do you mean you were hoping to avoid the conversation? That's been one of the number one topics.
Because,
the last few days.
I know Casey. I like Casey. I don't know Silverfield yet. I know Casey. I think it was, you talk about frustration and emotions boiling over. I think, Casey's apology said a lot of things. And I think today with Hank's news coming out, I think it explains why he was, as he described it, emotional in that moment.
We'll talk with, I don't know if that beef has subsided. We'll talk with Richard coming up in about 30 minutes. I mean, this kid that offers, reading at Richard's piece,
He's
Michigan,
top 10
Ole
quarterback
Miss,
in his class.
Oklahoma State. This is a top 170 kid, I think.
So if you're the high school coach, and now all of a sudden the school, a pitch and wedge away, reclassifies him, and now he's not your quarterback, and school choice and all your other quarterbacks are gone, are you a little bit concerned as the head coach?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I get where he's coming from.
Listen, what we did on Monday when this whole thing went down over the weekend is we took both sides. I get Casey's point. Casey's pissed. It's a senior quarterback. He threw for, I think, 3,000 yards last year, and he was going to be a dog this year. Not just literally, but he was going to be a dog on the field. Now you don't have him.
Now he's going to be dog.
He's coming in May, and he's going a mile away from you.
I get why, but again, it's one of those, was it Herm Edwards that said, don't press send? Wasn't that him?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those emotions and fingers got ahead of, and he knows that. Casey's a smart guy. He's a good football coach. And, he's just going to figure out who his quarterback's going to be now.
Listen, I know
he's had several good ones come through there.
Silverfield got credit for initially flipping those 4 in-state kids. And, I know that there hasn't been the high school recruiting that we'd want to see here the last 5 or so years. And I know people were like, well, is this going to hurt high school recruiting? Ryan Silverfield's obligation is to the Arkansas football program.
1,000% correct.
It's not to Fayetteville High School. It's not to any other high school in this state. He has to do whatever it takes within the confines of, I say there's structure, there's not structure, to get this program back. And Arkansas right now is tied for second of the most portal kids in all the SEC. I think Auburn's number 1 at 35. I think that's right. I got the list here. But that's pretty good work. Auburn's at 36.
I agree with you.
State and Arkansas. That's more than I thought they would. Now, they lost a ton. They lost 30 plus. You do the math. You're going to have to bring a certain amount of kids in. But at least it's going to end up being Colton, a top 20 transfer portal class?
More than likely.
Yeah. I think that's going to be 11th in the SEC. But that's just college football in this conference in a nutshell.
All right, that's your Hog Update. It's brought to you by the Fence Man. 782-3936 is the number. They can build you a custom quality fence, come out and give you a free quote, show you all the options from wood privacy fencing to chain link to now aluminum fencing and vinyl fencing that never rots and never fades. And they can show you all the options they have available. 782-3936, 479-782-3936, or thefencemanAR.com. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. There's something that's just under your skin and like gravel in your shoe and you got your teeth clenched about it. Let us know. And we'll hear it here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. Brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 479-443-0000, or go to richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
All right, Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you guys.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Raleigh.
This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. You know, a famous coach once said there's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there's only one Razorback.
And there's only one Razorback store that's owned by a family of University of Arkansas alums.
And that's us, the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. Y'all know why seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels.
Dad, just please stop.
Anyway, the Stadium Shop on Razorback has everything you could want. Tees, hoodies, puffer vests, polos from Nike, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, Champion, and many more.
Plus, we have stuff for your fan cave and those Razorback golfers out there.
So next time you're in Fayetteville, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or you can shop us on that Googleator, Facegram, Instagram,
Dad, just stop
InstaWeb.
before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Sucking down Dr. Thunders and spaghetti every night.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
You know what's underrated? Having choices. Like, imagine not being able to choose your deluxe cravings box at Taco Bell. Imagine you couldn't get a box of classics for $5, or faves for $7, or a lavish feast for $9. Now with cheesy dipping burritos and creamy garlic sauce. Good thing all those choices are, like, actually real. So instead, imagine which you're gonna get. Choose your deluxe cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The track capital of the world is right here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, as the historic Razorback track and field program chases their 52nd national title this winter. Cheer on the nationally ranked Hogs as they open up the indoor season in January before hosting the 2026 NCAA National Championships in March. Season tickets and NCAA Championship tickets are both on sale now, starting at just $20. Join the chase for the next title today at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. My favorite sport is hockey. I love the ice, the sliding, and especially the hits, but I don't love those things on our roads. Winter weather is here, so slow down and drive defensively. But if a bad driver gets past your goalie, call me to make a power play against the insurance company. After 13 years of settling car wreck claims, I've got more than a few tricks in my hat. Call 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Hey, it's Wes Pruitt from 4-Star Sports Media, your 24/7 home for sports coverage. Podcasts, live shows, and expert takes all in one place. 4star.live on web and 4Star Sports M on X. From the hardwood of Hogs Hoops to conference crunch of college football, we're diving deep. Whether it's Memphis Preps, the latest NFL headlines, or ringside breakdowns of WWE and AEW, it's all happening here at 4Star Sports Media.
Attention Lions, your Wednesday nights just got a massive upgrade. This is Brooklyn from Papa's Pub. Starting this Wednesday, Papa's Pub and Pizzeria in downtown Fort Smith is launching UFIS night. Studying hard? Take a break. Hungry? We've got you covered. Just show your valid UFIS student ID and get 20% off your entire food order. Gather your roommates and head to Papa's Pub this Wednesday. Great food shouldn't break the student budget. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Ave in downtown Fort Smith. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Congratulations, you're officially part of the Crane Cash Winner's Circle. Feels good to celebrate those huge savings and all that extra Crane cash for your trade, doesn't it? With Crane, it's easy to feel like a champion.
That's because we'll beat any competitor's price. That's right. Bring us anyone else's deal and we'll beat it. Now that's winning. That's the Crane team.
Find your winning deal at craneteam.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
All right, let's put this game tonight in the proper context. Arkansas is 2-1 in SEC play. Best start they've had in a number of seasons. They were looking to go 3-0 Saturday for the first time since '98 to kind of give you some perspective. Obviously fell short at Auburn. Is this a week where a split's okay with a home game tonight with South Carolina, then Georgia on Saturday in Athens? Or is this a week you got to go 2-0? What's our DEFCON level this week, so to speak?
Well, when you look at the schedule here these next few weeks, you've got, as you mentioned, the Gamecocks and the Bulldogs this weekend. You split again. You're 3-2 in the league.
2 home games next week. You get Vandy and LSU both at Bud Walton next week.
I think you're at least going to split. I think that Vanderbilt at least via the AP poll would be the best win on your resume to this point in conference play.
Georgia's ranked 21st. They're 2-1 in the league as well. So somebody's going to 2-2. Not tonight. South Carolina.
Your schedule intensifies the 14th through the 28th when the following schools you'll play: Auburn, at Alabama, Missouri, home against Texas A&M, and at Florida. That's when the schedule ratchets up. So you're going to need to build up some wins to this point, because when you hit that stretch, I already said it earlier, I don't think you're going to beat Florida. I don't think you're going to go on the road and beat Alabama. You got 3 of those home games. Who knows what'll happen? A&M's probably better than we thought. So yeah, you could split this week because I think you'll take both of them.
Yeah, you can't go 0-2 this week. We know that you can't lose on your home floor more than once, I believe. And South Carolina is not the team to burn that one against. So I don't say tonight's is a must win. It doesn't rise to that, but it'd be really disappointing. I think it's a week you can afford to split with a road game at Georgia, but you really need to win this game tonight. I'm going to say, if it's 1-5, you're kind of like DEFCON 3 tonight.
Speaking of burn, I know Darius got asked yesterday if they burned the tape.
Yeah, for sure. You got to watch the film as players just to see, what happened. You just got to watch it because you're going to see, what we can fix so we won't bring it to the next game. Like I said, the careless turnovers we can't have that. I had a couple bad ones, so it was good to see, some of the dumb mistakes that I made for sure.
Yeah. So hopefully
fix that.
Hopefully this is a bounce back tonight. Here's what 2-0, and you touched on it there. 2-0 this week gives you the luxury is not the right word, but the breathing room that if you lost to Vandy next Tuesday, you can get away with that. So you can afford that luxury with a 2-0 week this week. So I don't say that's what you're playing for, but I think that's kind of what you're playing for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Is that Vandy game 8 or 6? I can't see this from here. 8 o'clock, it looks like. Jeez.
Yeah, it's 8.
I'd like to go to that game.
Well, okay, hold on. Listen, I hate the late games as much as
I think
as
I will.
anyone.
I think I will gird up my loins for an 8 o'clock Arkansas Vandy, though. I think I will. If it requires a nap, it'll require
Next
a nap.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, next Tuesday. I think I'm going Arkansas Vandy.
I think again we complain about not having primetime marquee games for football because it's on a weekend and the majority of our audience is not having to work on the weekend. But when it's midweek and you're like, don't know if I love that. You have some weekend games that are like good time, like the Kentucky game. I think it's at 5. Yeah, 5:30. The Auburn game's at 7:30. I'm talking about the home games the rest of the season. A&M is that's a Wednesday at 8. But some of these Saturday games you've got good timings. That's just they want to play you prime time because Cal and Arkansas is a good basketball brand. I don't play in the SEC.
Yep.
But for the consumer that's actually attending inside of Bud Walton Arena, that's an understanding. Who would have thought that Vanderbilt would be the best team that you play in Bud Walton all season? Because you go on the road to Florida, you go on the road to Alabama, you already played Tennessee. Tennessee's pretty good, but Vanderbilt might be the best team that steps foot in your arena by season's end. Not the team you want to beat the most. They're in blue, and you'll play them at the end of the month on the 31st. But that's the team, at least as it stands now, is the best team that you'll face inside of Bud Walton Arena.
All right, that's your Morning Rush daily question. We are getting ready to have some colder weather. Some morning lows, like in a week, morning lows are like 15 degrees coming for north and north central Arkansas, northwest Arkansas. Indoor golf. Hey, you want to keep your swing in tune? You want to keep that tempo, that smooth tempo? Cart Path Social is the place to go.
Great place at Cart Path Social. Parties have been had there many a times. Core States Group is one of them. I've had some friends that have birthday parties there. Go to cartpathsocial.com. They've got 10 TVs. Perfect place to watch the national championship game this upcoming Monday. You can watch the NFL playoffs this weekend. It's always BYOB at Nate Gerhan and Christian Olsen's place at Cart Path Social. Click on the events tab on cartpathsocial.com. And it's always BYOB at Cart Path Social. Colton, I know you've seen this. Tommy, have you seen the latest commercial that Tom Brady is pubbing for?
Oh, well, clue me in.
No,
the latest?
okay. Yeah.
No, I haven't.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling.
Oh, I've seen.
So I got this job. I got your pizza.
Yeah.
Brady's back.
I didn't know which one was the latest. I did see that.
Does he now? Is he consuming pizza post?
You couldn't pay him to eat one
I
of those
just like
pizzas.
the graphic.
That is
You could
now.
not pay
If
him.
Peyton Manning does that kind of, it's believable. But you're right. It's not believable if Tom Brady
This is the
does.
same guy that told us we should be eating quinoa at every meal. I mean,
Exactly.
we're not. I don't buy that for a second. Eat a piece, Tom. If you're really shilling for him. I mean, come on.
We played the clip of him talking about Peyton Manning's estate or farm when they did workouts together, and then the amount of food Peyton would order in the offseason, and he had Tom that ordered like egg whites and oatmeal, and just the comparison and whatnot. I was just kind of thinking, it's like, does retirement, we were talking about retirement a little bit earlier, does he not let himself go, but does he let himself enjoy life a little bit more? There's no pizza eaten, like you said, in the ad. It seems like you guys are staunchly behind the idea that he does not consume that.
No chance.
I don't think Tom's let himself go. He may not be doing the same intensity and level of work, but I mean, you see him on TV. Yeah. Does he look like he could still go out and with a few weeks of prep, play a game? 100%.
He could definitely do what Phillip Rivers did this year for some team. I wish Miami would have called him.
Don't think he will.
No,
but he could.
Yeah. The Raiders should have just given them a jersey.
I like.
I got your pizza. Brady's back.
Brady's back, and now he gets to make even more money. Must be nice to make all that money from Fox, and then have all the money you saved up from the New England Patriots, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You better be careful. He will out Pizza the Hut.
He's making his player salary for Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, he never missed a beat financially.
No, and he just he keeps.
But now he's competing with Peyton again, but it's just for endorsement deals. Because I think is Peyton Manning America's #1 spokesperson?
Oh, Shaquille
He may not be
O'Neal.
your favorite, but
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille,
He surpasses him by far.
Oh, Shaquille's
but
got.
Shaquille doesn't say no to anybody. I mean,
right.
he does that
Icy Hot,
insurance for the general. Or I mean, he'll do anything.
I read this.
Peyton's a little more selective.
Yeah, nationwide.
He's the current kind of Tiger Woods. He select brands, but very. I mean, I think he's better than Tiger as far as he's so well spoken, and
he has comedic timing. He's
a
performer.
His timing, and he's an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
His ability to do those, it's uncanny how natural it is for him.
That's right.
Eli's pretty good with that Danny DeVito with Jersey Mike.
Oh, yeah,
that's one of the entertainment. Seth asking the question: can Tom come back and play in the NFL since he's a partial owner? I don't believe so. I think I read something.
I think
on
wouldn't
that.
he have to recant his ownership?
I thought that was.
Isn't it almost ceremonial? His ownership.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that think he's gonna have a.
No, I mean, did he write a check? I don't think he wrote a big check for his equity. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, that
his ownership is ceremonial.
Okay, kind of
like Nick Saban with the Predators.
Okay.
I mean, it's about associating that name with the brand to level up your cachet as the brand.
That makes sense. And like Patrick Mahomes, I think has ties to the Royals and the Sporting KC, if I remember that correctly. There are athletes that do this, but usually it's the hometown team.
I did see it. Isn't Brady going to be involved in the coaching search?
Yes.
Didn't I've been out of touch a few days, but I thought I read that across my phone screen. But
that and
with the Raiders, he's going to be involved in that search.
Upcoming pick, which
Aikman's involved with the Dolphins and helping them find a GM. I saw that.
They already found their GM.
Did he find one already?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that good or bad? You don't.
It's okay. It's the guy from the Packers, which means they're probably going to end up hiring Matt LaFleur, who just pissed down his pants.
Why? Okay, so take me back, Dolphins guy. Why was Troy Aikman involved with the Dolphins front office?
I think
search?
it's exactly like what you just said. It's one of those dignitary things where you find somebody that's obviously a proven winner, like Troy Aikman was, that has good football acumen, and it's kind of just one of those dignitary things, in my opinion. I'm not exactly sure because it's not a permanent fixated position.
No, he's but
it doesn't have an office up there.
Who visits with more coaches? And I mean, I don't know. I've never been in a production meeting with a network, but I mean, Troy Aikman calls. I don't care if you're the owner, the GM, the coach. He'd probably take that call. And he's had a lot of visits. He's been around a while.
I don't agree with everything that Shannon Sharp says, but I do agree with the idea that maybe one of the reasons Aikman doesn't have a similar position with the Dallas Cowboys is if something was to happen where they actually got to not just the NFC Championship but the Super Bowl and then won it, he would get more credit than Jerry would. People ask all the time why Jerry Jones does not employ like famous Dallas. And hey, listen, you're not just going to pick a star player and employ him as an executive or something like that. But
he tried to hire Frank Broyles one time to be the team president.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
Jerry Jones offered Frank the team president. He didn't take it. It didn't work out. I mean, the timing or whatever.
Goodness. Thank goodness. I will give Jerry Jones this. I am amazed that he still has the same willpower, piss and vinegar, and desire to win a Super Bowl.
Do you think he's screaming into his pillow at night as you played the clip earlier?
He's probably counting his millions.
I think
billions.
I think that's a little overstated.
You think so?
He's screaming into his pillow. You think that's literal?
I mean, some guys are just nuts. Some guys are just built different. You talked about when you want to retire. I kind of have a similar thought process. Maybe if you.
I don't know that I ever want to retire. I just want to have more control of my time.
Relative to what guys do nowadays, some guys are just built different. That's how they're wired. Coaches, executives, GMs, they think a 12-hour workday is just normal.
Yeah, but
I don't know if Jerry's put in that time, but
Jerry Jones is a brand. Nick Saban is a brand. Tom Brady is a brand. Peyton Brady. You've got to stay out there, stay public, or the number one thing you have, your brand, diminishes. So some of this is they can't just ride off into the sunset or the whole empire crashes down in a few years. Michael Jordan, I mean, keep going. The image is the brand. Hey, we're brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group, your number one source for top quality aggregates, asphalt, and ready-mix concrete. Whether you're working on a small residential project or a large-scale commercial job, APAC has got you covered, and no job is too big or too small. You need expert advice. Their construction consultant services are always there to keep you on track. 479-587-3300 for your rock, asphalt, and ready-mix needs. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
More of your beefs coming up here on this What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market. Next.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using an Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Raleigh. This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. You know, a famous coach once said there's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there's only one Razorback.
And there's only one Razorback store that's owned by a family of University of Arkansas alums.
And that's us, the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. Y'all know why seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels.
Dad, just please stop.
Anyway, the Stadium Shop on Razorback has everything you could want. Tees, hoodies, puffer vests, polos from Nike, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, Champion, and many more.
Plus, we have stuff for your fan cave and those Razorback golfers out there.
So next time you're in Fayetteville, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or you can shop us on that Googleator, Facegram, Instagram,
Dad, just stop
InstaWeb.
before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
This is the Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Founded in 1950, Crabtree RV Center has grown into one of the River Valley's largest RV dealerships, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas, specializing in sales, parts, and service. We're truly your one-stop shop for all your RV needs. Conveniently located with easy access to I-40 and I-49, we're 40 minutes from Northwest Arkansas and just as close to our friends in Oklahoma, carrying top brands like Grand Design, Coachman, East to West, and Forest River. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. My favorite sport is hockey. I love the ice, the sliding, and especially the hits, but I don't love those things on our roads. Winter weather is here, so slow down and drive defensively. But if a bad driver gets past your goalie, call me to make a power play against the insurance company. After 13 years of settling car wreck claims, I've got more than a few tricks in my hat. Call 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Stop it. Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty.
Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at keeparkansasbeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, an increase in the sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon only in the middle of 40s with winds up to 35 miles per hour. Falling temperatures through the 40s across the south today. Mainly clear sky tonight. Overnight low in the low to mid 20s. And then Thursday back to sunshine. A high right around 45. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by COP CDL Academy. Want a life-changing career? Give them a call today at 479-632-1050 or check them out online at COP CDL Academy.
KERX Paris Fort Smith, broadcasting live from the Busch Light Studios. This is the Morning Rush. This hour of the Morning Rush is powered by Busch Light. Busch Light, the coldest and smoothest light lager there is.
Like I said before, there's a rivalry that exists between these two teams, something that I fully recognize and I'm a part of. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that team. So George and I have talked and we're on the same page.
We got smoked Saturday.
Yeah, but I didn't think
I think we win that game.
Well, you felt we weren't going to win, and then you go to double down, so you make sure that we don't. That's
we
just that's bad.
I think we'd have won the game if Ty hadn't been
They
there.
weren't going to win
bad
if I was
journalism.
there or not. Just trying to do my job. Drove 10 hours to Auburn. And
You didn't
watched
drive 10 hours to do your job.
doing my job.
Please. No.
Yeah.
What was her name?
It's
I get it at certain levels, but some of this seems a bit forced. Nothing good's going to. I mean, does anyone say, well, that handshake following that 23-point butt kicking we took at Auburn, man, that now I feel like more of a sportsman.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little.
Whatever disease is currently rampaging through the local livestock.
With Ty Richardson.
sucking down Dr. Thunders and spaghetti every night.
And Tommy Kraft.
That's not hard.
This is the Morning Rush.
That's my beef. Handshake lines past high school. We need to, there's no more earning sportsmanship points. I'm back on this train today. What are we doing? If you want to go out and have a hug with someone that used to be your teammate because you're in the NFL, the handshake lines, forced handshake lines, stop. Only thing that's going to happen is someone's going to get punched or another team is going to poach one of your players. That's it. Handshake lines are stupid past high school.
I'm proud to say that I never gave anybody a nasty glare, a nut tap, or like just a curse word to anybody in a handshake line ever. Not once.
High school
ever.
down, that's fine. We even had football games in our state where the handshake line turned into a county brawl. I mean, these are meaningless. No one's learning a life lesson by, shaking the hand of your opponent. Certainly not past 12th grade. Let's just stop it.
So you should learn from Ben Johnson and say bleep the other team.
Go watch the film and figure out why you got beat.
Yeah.
I don't need to shake my opponent's hand. If he's my friend or he's my former teammate, we can hug, we can text, we can do whatever.
Yeah.
Swap jerseys.
And I'm fine with intermingling and what the NFL kind of does. But this forced handshake line business, that's just, it's so contrived. It's so forced.
You sound like Larry Bird. Larry's whole thing back in the day was, I'm not smiling around them. I'm not shaking their hand. We're not friends. We're competitors.
Right. 100%.
That's kind of the old school way of thinking. Hey, as we get going in hour 2, do you know why I'm playing this?
Let's Jaws.
Any guesses? Any guesses?
Are they making Jaws 9? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, Richard says shark right
I
now.
did see that. I didn't
Chris
want
saw the picture up.
I saw it, $12.99 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
Shark. Yeah, I did. I saw the picture on their Facebook page.
Can't say that I've ever had shark, but if you want some shark for the first time, Richard's Country Meat Market. I've had many.
It looked very
many
lean.
seafood.
They had them cut kind of like salmon fillets, sort of.
Uh-huh.
Kind of in the rectangular blocks. So yeah.
I don't understand how Chris is skinny.
Oh,
if
I know.
If I worked
Richard and Chris,
with
I mean,
his dad,
whew.
I mean,
I'd be sampling a lot. Of course, the good thing is a lot of it's uncooked, but all the cooked things, that potato salad, I would look like potato salad.
And I think I found my favorite hot sauce ever. It is the Richard's Country Meat Market Chipotle.
Okay,
brand.
I just opened the fridge. So that
All that in
explains.
the
I went to
fridge
the
this morning.
fridge to get some iced tea during the break,
Mhm.
and I was met, ironically on
Face-to-face.
Wednesday with face-to-face with a Richard's Country Meat Market Chipotle hot sauce.
Brought him from home.
yeah.
Went there before Christmas. Brought him some Calico Cali cinnamon rolls. Got 4 hot sauces and drove home. Yeah, it was great.
Aren't you a sport? Did y'all shake hands? Y'all have a handshake line while you were there too?
No, it was
No?
it was
All right.
understood. It was understood when Chris and Audrey. It was
Yeah, I mean, why can't we just
unspoken respect?
Why can't we just exactly? Why can't I just stand on my bench? We'll wave and I'll nod my head, and you wave, and
that seems.
And
Is that a? Help me on this. Did you guys not do that in high school or elementary?
Again, what was my beef? It's fine below the 12th grade.
Okay.
Once we get to
High
we're
school.
men, where we're men and we're paying taxes and we're playing, we don't need to do all that.
So eliminated after middle school. Well, you said after
Colton, when is the 12th grade?
I know that, but you just said
That's
that you were-
typically in your senior high school years.
I realize that, but you just talked about the high school brawls within our state, so I'm wondering.
No, I'm just saying we've had some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying we need to eliminate from 12th grade down. Okay, maybe we're teaching some life lessons.
Okay.
I say that sarcastically. But man, when you're getting paid hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars from college up, we don't need handshake lines.
They do it in basketball, but they don't really do it in football.
No,
do they?
now in high school, I mean, you still line up with a 50 and a good game. It's just,
Good game,
which
you
is
suck.
crazy.
Good game,
Which
you
is
suck.
code word for FU,
Yeah,
FU, FU,
I mean,
FU.
good game, good
Especially
game.
if you win.
If you've been around, and I've been around a few as an official, I'm always trying to break through the line. Hey, pause, just say, cut through that line to get to where I'm going, and no one's making eye contact. It's the most meaningless. I mean, there's nothing being learned there, but whatever. I'm just saying that we think we're teaching sportsmanship. I think we're just wasting a bunch of time.
Inciting violence.
You could study up on the guy's girlfriend or mom or stuff that you
Something.
can use
Wow,
either
psychological
in the midst
warfare,
of the
that's
game.
good.
That's what the Arkansas, at least it used to do. I don't know if they do it anymore, but the whole goal before every game, Nate Ament got booed. I don't know who's getting booed tonight. Probably Michi Johnson if I had to guess, but they boo guys and they tell guys certain things because they do the research on them. And there are a lot of kids that do that.
What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Shark, yes, like Jaws. It's available $12.99 a pound there. You can find it at Richard's Country Meat Market. Plus everything you need to maybe make some healthier selections available right now at Richard's Country Meat Market. Hey, Pradco and our friends at LureNet.com, they can help you out with everything you need. We're talking about crappie season. It's going to be coming soon. Everything you need to get on the water and really enjoy a great day is available at LureNet.com. Custom lures and exclusive deals you won't find anywhere else are available at LureNet.com. So whether you're fishing the mighty White River and you need a Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue, or you need some Bobby Garland Baby Shad for a crappie fish you're going on and loading up the freezer, and if you run out of room, my freezer is available for some crappie slabs. They've got it for you. That's Bobby Garland. They got a variety of colors that you might want to use as well. That's LureNet.com, or find your favorite baits and tackle at Academy, Bass Pro Shops, your favorite tackle stores everywhere, Walmart, and, of course, LureNet.com.
Gavin in Fayetteville, to be fair, the kids making NIL aren't paying taxes either. I don't know why that was brought up in the midst of
state taxes, still paying your federal taxes.
Arkansas Dave
has eliminated state taxes on NIL earnings.
Arkansas Dave says that's spoken like a true referee.
What is?
What you just said.
Okay, that's what
I don't know. That's a diss. I wouldn't take it that way. He's just saying you're spoken like a true referee.
I would take it that way.
You would take it that way?
No.
Okay.
Do you see the benefit from college up of handshake lines?
We can ask Richard.
I'm asking you. Do you think there's this grand benefit?
I think it's
for a
the whole-
25-year-old man to go through a handshake line.
Here's what I would equate it to. So the National Football League has different partnerships with various outreaches, like different charities, the Army and stuff, under the guise of, hey, this is a league that cares about you, the American people, which in reality, they just care about the bottom line. In college football, there's the appearance of, well, they're student athletes. We care about the well-being of these young men or young ladies. In reality, it's just a money grab nowadays. That same philosophy, I think, applies here. It's like we want to at least have the appearance that these kids have sportsmanship.
Just preach
that these kids are
We're going to
going
set
through
an
it.
example for the youth of today.
Exactly. And
they
those-
never show it on TV, hardly ever. Or it's as the closing credits are rolling.
I'm just telling you what's in the
Because you know what?
process.
Nothing good
I'm just
happens.
telling you what's in the process of the people that run AAA or any other high school.
Again, I didn't say high school. I said college up.
But you were criticizing stuff that happened in high school.
I didn't criticize. I said I gave you some facts. There's been brawls and fights that have occurred this year in the handshake line. That has happened. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Not disputing that. Just it came across as critical.
That's not being critical. It's just a fact.
All right, let's talk to Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Richard, where do you stand on handshake lines?
I'm for it. Let me ask you this, Tommy. Let me ask you this, Tommy. When has it become a problem? Is it just recent as far as the brawls and altercations during handshake or what?
Oh, I think it's been off and on for years, and it depends on if it's your crosstown rival, anymore what happens. Or here's what I'm told happens. These kids get after each other all week on the phones. So it's text, it's Instagram, it's TikTok, and they're talking noise all week, and then it boils over on a Friday night. That's what happens. And then handshake lines. But I've broke through many of those, been around, and it's just a bunch of kids walking as fast as they possibly can across the 50-yard line or the
But it
sideline.
looks good to those parents and grandparents watching.
Good game.
It looks good to those grandparents and parents watching.
And they're just smacking high, little low fives or what. No one's sincere about any of it.
The reason I'm for it's because I think it also teaches, restraint, discipline. When you're disappointed, when you're when you're aggravated, I think we fall short of that sometimes in this culture. And that's why
humility is a lost art. That's for sure.
This was I don't.
But I'm talking about. Do we need it with grown men? I mean, do we need it in tonight's Arkansas South Carolina game? Do we need it in big time, NBA games? I mean, to me,
they don't do it in NBA games.
So
it's college and high school and below that, and
but a lot of the guys in the NBA they know one another and they go to guys on the opposite team and talk to them and just I don't see any negative part. I mean, obviously, some people are going to lose their temper and show out, and they should be dealt with.
Richard, are Ryan Silverfield and Casey Dick going to be shaking hands anytime soon? Have there been a conversation, to your knowledge, post Hank Hendricks committing and coming to the U of A? Any knowledge on that?
As far as that, I haven't checked up, followed up on anything like that. Obviously, there was a miscommunication or whatever, and things didn't go so well, and sometimes hotter heads kind of calm down and kind of reevaluate, and hopefully they can get together when all this is over and kind of mend the fence a little bit.
Is Hank's dad still on staff?
Okay. He's senior defensive analyst.
Okay,
Yep.
I remember him being at when that happened. Just couldn't remember if he was still on or not. Richard Davenport with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. So he's one of the recent ads, not out of the portal, but for Arkansas's class. I think they're 19th in your recent article when it comes to high school kids, 30 plus overall. Any crazy things going to happen as we conclude this thing on Friday, RD?
Obviously, the last few days, when the portal shuts down on Friday, and also Friday's the last day that spring semester enrollees can get enrolled at Arkansas. So all this is going to be happening pretty fast Thursday and Friday, and it's obviously not an ideal situation to have the dead period Monday through Wednesday. That's because the American Football Coaches Convention has always been held about the same time. and maybe they can push that back next year. But at the same time, then you get into say if you pushed it back next week, their schools are still getting ready for having junior days and hosting kids and stuff like that. So the calendar, everybody talks about the calendar and trying to adjust it, but the calendar is it's kind of hard to adjust when there's really not much time, and you're adding more things to it, especially like the portal January 2nd through the 16th.
Yeah. So Richard, where does, and I know we're 60 days or whatever from it, mid-March. Where does this spring practice in your mind, as you lock in on the 105 and knowing there's not a portal on the backside, where did the takes that come out of this spring practice rank with you for like the last 5, 6, 7 years? To me, I think I'm going to be a little more locked in on what we see, number one, and what we're told, number two, out of spring practice, because, if you're thin at a spot, you're just kind of stuck, at this point. So I think what happens in the spring with those 15 workouts is at least, what you see and what you hear might have a little more weight this year.
No, I agree with you, Tommy. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Now, they can still sign guys, after the 16th, but they'd have to come in during the first semester of summer school in June. So they can still do that if guys are in the portal.
So,
excuse me?
16th till when?
Well, after the 16th, if they sign anybody, those guys can still enroll, but not during the spring semester, but in the summer semester. And if they were in the portal, obviously, if they were in the portal between the 2nd and the 16th, and they're not getting out of their current school until the spring, they can still enroll in then.
So what you're saying is a player's in the portal, but somehow stays at their current school. But so they would not likely be going through spring drills elsewhere, but then become available in late May, let's just say, or early June.
Yeah, if you sign them after the 16th, this is my understanding now from somebody that should know. You sign them after the 16th, they would show up in the summer, first summer session. So that's still a possibility. You're probably it's obviously not going to be anything probably like the old way of the spring portal, but you might still be able to get 1 or 2, 3 guys that way. I don't know. We'll find out. But pretty much whoever's signed by Friday, that's it. And boy, this is a. I mean, obviously the coaches push for this, but at the same time, I think every time you have a new calendar, a recruiting calendar for the portal or whatever, there's still a learning process of each decision that you make as coaches, and this is going to be one of them. Is man, you basically, especially with the 3-day dead period, you really have a short period of time to readjust your roster, which is insane. They had 34 guys before the dead period, locked in, and that was all within about a week or so.
Is that an impressive number, or is that just the cause and effect of losing 30-plus guys, RD? Because I think it's tied for second most right now in the SEC.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. I think it shows, they're obviously working behind the scenes and working hard to identify guys and get them on campus. And it is, to me, that it would really. We'll probably have some stories coming out, probably in a few weeks or a month or whatever, of schools and how they struggled to, make things happen in a short period of time. And Arkansas is one of them.
What do you think Silverfield's pitch is to these kids?
Turning around the program, changing the culture, opportunity. All you got to do if you're a transfer is look at the roster. The roster's pretty thin, as most schools are when they lose 30 guys or so. So
playing time,
see your opportunity exactly, and then obviously, hey, let's face it, the money's going to come into effect too. So you got to have the money and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting after we look back on all this and kind of evaluate things.
Hunter, RD, last thing before we let you go, I wanted to ask you about Hunter Henry, Dre Greenlaw, guys that are Razorbacks, are now in the NFL. What's it like to follow these kids in some cases since middle school and see them get to achieve their dream in the NFL playoffs for Dre, Hunter, and others?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It really is. And you just remember when they were trying to go through the recruiting process and decide where they were going to go, and you get to know the families, you get to know the kids, and to see them be successful, it's pretty neat. Going from high school and now, Hunter, I think what is he, 10 years in the league now, maybe 11, and just being ultra successful and doing well for his family.
Richard, we'll leave it there, man. We'll see what this class looks like next week as they continue to add on to it. Appreciate you joining us as always.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
All right, Richard Davenport with us here on the Morning Rush. It's brought to you by Arts Barbecue, Burgers, and more. I saw an old menu favorite, guys, is back at Arts. Have you seen this? The smoked Philly. Smoked Philly cheesesteak is back. Yeah, it is. Their smoked Philly cheesesteak back on the menu. You can get it right now. They smoke it up, then the melted cheese, the peppers, the onions, all of that there. Plus, you get a side to go with it. Just $14.99. It is a unique flavor. It's really. You can go there and cut it in half, and half of it's plenty for lunch. Then you can load up a to-go box and mid-afternoon snack. Or like I like to do, leave it in the fridge for mid-morning snack the next day. You can find it there. But try out the smoked Philly that's back for a limited time. This won't be around long. It's not a permanent item. Just $14.99 smoked Philly cheesesteak sandwich with a side of your choice. I'd go onion rings or go half and half. Their hand-cut fries are really good. I had some of their green beans. I'm trying to eat a little healthier. They've got some grilled options with the smoked chicken or the grilled chicken in their salads. The green beans there are phenomenal. And you can try those out, maybe a little healthier side. So if you're like me, you try to cut carbs and maybe a little higher protein, they've got plenty of options to have a great meal. But I'm going to tell you, talk about cheat day and want to find you something good on your cheat day here in January, smoked Philly cheesesteak sandwich might be just the one. Call ahead for drive-up service at their window. I know when the weather gets a little cool, sometimes you don't want to go in. 452-2550, you can drive right up. They'll hand it to you. And you'll be on your way. That's Arts Barbecue, Burgers, and more. Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith.
All right, when we come back, Ty Simpson was offered just an insane amount of money by a few schools. He is staying, it looks like, in the NFL draft. TJ Finley is on to his 7th school and some scores from last night. Stay with us. What's Your Beef Wednesday rolls on next.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot, and of course Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
My beef with you, Ty.
It's good to have a healthy Dre Greenlaw back in the game.
This is the Morning Rush.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer. Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a store card. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment, or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space? Now let Sutherland's make it a reality. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. From deluxe post frame packages to custom horse sheds, we have it all. And the best part, you don't have to lift a finger. Our expert crews handle the entire installation. Quality you can trust and service that's been family owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas: Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. No matter the project, we're here to help, because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
Founded in 1950, Crabtree RV Center has grown into one of the River Valley's largest RV dealerships, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas, specializing in sales, parts, and service. We're truly your one-stop shop for all your RV needs. Conveniently located with easy access to I-40 and I-49, we're 40 minutes from Northwest Arkansas and just as close to our friends in Oklahoma, carrying top brands like Grand Design, Coachman, East to West, and Forest River. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
There were 8 lead changes in regulation. All 8 came in the last 5:29. There were 3 lead changes in the 2 overtimes combined. The last one gave Tennessee the lead for good. What a game, Damian Fishback.
Yeah, we learned that the Aggies are for real. Went down, but not without a fight. And the Tennessee Volunteers have shown that they are still to be dealt with in the SEC, and particularly here at the Food City Center. Big win for the Volunteers.
The Food City Center. Tennessee takes down Texas A&M double OT last night. That was a heck of a basketball game, 87-82. A&M was one of the lone undefeated SEC teams heading into last night's actions. Loss, got a stain on the resume. Vandy, the final remaining undefeated, not just in conference, but SEC basketball team, at least from this league. I think there's 3 or 4 others, but pretty crazy. Those 2 teams didn't actually expect to see them at the top of the list at the beginning.
No, but I don't think any less of A&M. I think that was a must-win for Tennessee.
It almost showed that they
I think I agree. It's kind of confirmation or affirmation of how good A&M really is. So to go on the road and go to double overtime in Knoxville, pretty good performance, even though they lost.
You were talking about Florida earlier. They dominated Oklahoma and Norman 96-79. I was texting our buddy Tyler McComas last week. He thinks that Arkansas fans are going to outnumber Oklahoma fans when the Arkansas plays over there in Norman. Porter Mosier's got a lot of work to do with that team. Florida started to come into form a little bit. Best front court in college basketball. Boogie's playing better, and they get another big win. You said they play Vandy this Saturday, right?
Vandy, Florida.
Yeah. So. Texas A&M against
in Nashville.
Alabama against Mississippi State. Bama goes on the road, gets a 15-point victory over Mississippi State last night. LeBaron Philon goes off. He had an outstanding game. As far as the game tonight goes, Arkansas and South Carolina, 8 o'clock, 7:30 right here on ESPN Arkansas is where you'll start hearing Chuck and Z. This was Acuff on Cal and just how they get back on track.
It's our brand of basketball. Play tough. Beat those guys for 40 minutes.
I don't really care if Arkansas scores 80, 90 plus tonight. I just want to see them hold South Carolina defensively. They've got some pieces. Carter's older brother, Michi Johnson. That would be like a takeaway from tonight's game that I would love to see if Arkansas plays better on the defensive end. Because you know what they have offensively? They've got some issues to work out and kinks to work out defensively.
I just care about, I don't care how many points they score, just have one more than South Carolina. This is, to me, not a game you can afford to lose at home because you have Vandy coming in next week. You've got, just some tougher games. I know Kentucky is not Kentucky, but they come in end of the month. They're still Kentucky. You got Auburn coming here. You've got Missouri and A&M and Texas. Out of all those teams, South Carolina, as it appears today, might be one of the more beatable teams of that group. I think we'd all agree with that. So this is just not a game you can afford to slip on a banana peel. And then you lose 2 in a row. People start, maybe it's not as good as we thought. Auburn. Then you can just you just won't let doubt creep in at all with a convincing win tonight.
Well, let's talk about that game at the end of the month, which is the Wildcats coming in on the 31st. It's the flip of last year, especially if Kentucky keeps sliding. I know they won on Saturday, but all the pressure shifts to you. You're the ranked team. You're at home. Cal's got a much better squad. Last season, they wanted blood when you walked in there. Arkansas fans are wanting the same thing this season. So Kentucky can go in that with not a puncher's chance. They can go in there with no guilt, no worry, no anything. If they win, it's unbelievable. If they lose, it's just kind of expected. So I'm curious how Arkansas handles that at the end of the season. Yeah. Some football news for you, SEC-wise. Ty Simpson, Chris Lowe detailed this on 3, a longtime ESPN college football reporter. Tennessee, Miami, and Ole Miss were apparently offering him $4 million. Miami offered it to 6.5. They ended up moving on. Simpson was like, I don't know if I want to be remembered as the guy that took all that money and then went to Miami or Tennessee the last year based on what he built at Alabama. I actually admire that kid that stayed in Tuscaloosa for a little bit. I think the allure of the NFL is probably up there as well. But when you consider everything that's going on in college sports now, to turn away what he's going to make more in his final season than what he is going to be in his rookie year of the NFL, most likely, it's just different. It's a different thought process than we're seeing a lot of kids take.
Well, you're getting older, more mature kids. We've seen multiple players at Arkansas that, married, have kids, they've started lives. They're still in college. We think everyone gets through college and then settles down. I think, I don't know how much settling down, but a lot of people that are in college, and we don't consider them always, we call them young adults. But some of them are having to adult a lot faster, with just what's going on. And money will make you have to adult a little faster.
Anyone see that T.J. Finley, former Auburn and LSU quarterback, is now on a 7th school? LSU, Auburn, Texas State, Tulane, Western Kentucky, Georgia State, and is now heading to Incarnate Word for his final season in the FCS ranks.
Mm-hmm. Well, why would you want to give it if you've got eligibility and you can play? You're not going to be able. Well, I'll do that when I'm. Let me go do a few other things. Kind of like trying to go back to get your master's degree. I'm going to go work for 4 or 5 years and then I'll get. You never do it. You got one chance. Play as long as you can.
It's not the time period. It's the 7th school.
I get it.
That's that. Okay. But here's what I would.
He didn't write the rules.
Here's what I would equate it to. Right. So every one of us growing up, we wanted to put our hand on the stove. And our parents initially told us, hey, don't do that. And then at a certain point, they got tired of saying it. And they're just like, all right, do it. Do it. Do it, punk. Do it, kid. And you did it. And you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with the repercussions of a burned finger or burned hand or whatever. I just think this, like when you do that, again, you're not burning yourself when you transfer. There are many things that happen during the course of a college football or college basketball or baseball playing career. But when you keep doing it over and over, all you're doing is hurting yourself long term. Like if this kid decides, and I'm not wishing him ill will or anything, but if he decides to do something other than football, as the classic NCAA commercial says, Are you hiring this kid if you're a job prospect person? I wouldn't, because he's been at 7 different spots before.
Did he write the rules though? Listen. I agree. The system's broken and needs fixing.
No, you're exactly right.
He is utilizing the system that's presented to him to his personal benefit. I don't blame him or criticize or downgrade him for that. If you can get a 7th year of college and someone else is going to, I don't know how seriously he's taking the degree program. I don't know how you can even have a degree at 7 different schools. Honestly, I don't know how all those hours would transfer. But
surely Incarnate Word would take the hours.
Dr. TJ Finley.
If someone would let you play football, the sport you love, for that long, or basketball or baseball or whatever, golf, man, do it, because you're only young once.
Paul is wondering the same thing. Does he have a degree? And Clorox also adds in, don't hate the player, hate the game. Classic phrase.
There's problems with the system, and this is just an example of it. But none of this is the kids involved. They didn't write any of these rules.
I'm not blaming TJ or anyone else that takes it.
Now, it's the adults, like the agents, and then the stewards of the game, if you will, that have allowed, and I'm looking at you, NCAA, that have allowed some of these things to happen. And a lot of it's based on the greed that happened over decades when they wouldn't relent much more than full cost of attendance, and then paid their coaches $8, $9, $10 million a year, flaunted that money. We're proud of it. That led us to the point where now the toothpaste is out of the tube, the guardrails aren't put up, and it's all going to heck in a handbasket. That's why we're there.
All right, final thing here in your SEC update, staying within the SEC footprint. This is according to America Health Rankings. Where do you think Arkansas is on that list?
Well, thank God for Mississippi, I guess, is what I'm getting ready to say.
That's what I thought initially. Mississippi is one notch ahead of the state of Arkansas at 48. Alabama's at 47. Arkansas's at 49. Any guess to the southern state that is at 50?
Got to be Louisiana.
It is Louisiana.
Yeah.
I don't know how people survive in that state. I love our food in the state of Arkansas. It's better in Louisiana, and they drink even more. So the fact this makes sense to me. That phrase, like you said, thank God for Mississippi, is held up for decades upon decades. And in the case of the America Health Rankings, it's Arkansas slightly behind them.
I've gotten to the age where I've had grandparents. I just lost a father-in-law. And I'll be honest with you, I'm tired of funerals and I'm tired of loss. But I haven't seen a ton of good north of 85. There are some examples. There are a few exceptions. But, man, there isn't much. I mean, living to be 90 isn't all it's cracked up to be.
I told you many times.
I got a family member that it's related to my wife. On my wife's side, she's 104. 104. I'm not, I haven't seen, y'all will see this as you get older. But there's not a lot of great things that happen personally north of 85.
I'd like to live till I'm 101 because that means I'll have lived in 3 centuries in the 1900s, 2000s, and the 2100s.
If I had my way, I'd
You're born in 99?
1999, just at the very end.
If I had my way, I'd croak at 75. 10 years post-retirement, maybe have a grandkid, get a chance to see. And that's
life is still good at 75. If your health is good, life is good at 75.
But I don't know a lot like you're talking about.
You change your mind at 74, I promise you. Life is still pretty good.
Luckily, the
and then you start to slip a little. If you're in good health, 80, you turn the corner, and then by 85, come on, modern medicine. That's I need a pill or a shot, something.
Maybe we always
Fountain of Youth. Put it in a vial.
These movies where it has the society and civilization far beyond to what we actually are in 2025. When you see these movies that estimate what society will look like, maybe by that point, society will be far beyond. But I just, maybe I'll have a different interpretation. What is that? 75 minus 31 is 44 years from now. But that isn't, as of now, there is nothing post 75 that is attractive to me to be like, man, I can't wait.
Spoken like a 31-year-old.
I can't wait to live beyond this. I cannot
golf
play.
every day, man. When you're 75,
Yeah,
you
but
can
I'm gonna be
do what
old
you
and
want.
brittle.
Listen,
but the club's
we have
Playing from the same tees you do now.
we have a gentleman that my brother has known for years, Mr. Sulcer, that's in our group. He's 86, and he will wear any of us out. He can still shoot. 72, 3, 4, and loves golf. He's out there every day. You know what his secret to being able to do it is?
Whiskey.
Stretching.
Oh, my buddy gets on me for that.
Stretching. Daily stretching.
Okay. I can't touch my toes. Can you touch your toes?
If I work at it long enough, yeah.
I can't even get close.
My hamstrings get so, but it's stretching.
Okay. I watch these new golf professional guys. That
You know what?
work out and stuff.
He's loving life, playing golf every day. In his 80s.
Listen, to each his own. I'm just telling you this is a radio show. I'm just telling you when I want to croak. I want to croak at 75. It's probably not going to happen, but just telling you that's where I
Me
want
and Colton will see to it. So.
Just
do I hear 55?
Put stuff in my coffee at a certain point. I don't want to do
35.
No, that's there's too much golf and too much time to be had.
Hey, Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Northwest Arkansas, there in Springdale, and Don Tyson's got the ride you need. And as winter gets here, maybe you get your car checked out in the Meineke Car Care Center.
Yep, both locations. They have both great ratings on Google. That's not just me saying it. Just pull up their Google reviews right now. You'll see countless people that have stopped in to see David and Larry and Philip and the rest of all those guys have done an outstanding job when it comes to making sure your car, even if you didn't get it at Rath Auto Resources or Rath Mitsubishi, just making sure you're safe on the road. Tommy was talking about the cold weather earlier. I know that sometimes cars go through some difficulties, so make sure you're all checked out, just like you would be for an AC unit at home. You want to make sure your car is viable on the road, because the last thing you want to be is stuck on the side of the road when it's frigid outside, when there's whatever, sleet, snow, whatever coming down across Arkansas. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. I know up there in Springdale, David's trying to make room for the 2026s, 0% on 2025 Mitsubishis. Come on by and see him. Ask him a pop culture question. Ask Larry about fishing. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale.
Maybe I look at it like this, and I've evolved to this. Life's kind of like in 4 quarters. 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80. It's kind of quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything past 80 is kind of like overtime. You know, you're on bonus time. Is that a perspective at your young age you can see, or is that doesn't even make sense?
Until sudden death, that makes sense, Tom.
Yeah, sudden death's a bad deal. But sudden is better than,
prolonged.
Yeah.
HR guy says, I see a lot of 75-year-olds playing golf. They look happy. Ryan says, knock him out after 80. TC says, tied Nick Saban at 74. If you were like he is currently, would you want to die within a year?
Exactly.
No, but Nick Saban is set for life. Nick Saban has Mercedes-Benz dealerships. Nick Saban is a part of the Predators organization.
You may at 74.
He's got a place in Alabama. Nick Saban is a much different echelon of life that I will be in 40.
Well, what's that got to do with living life? Just because he's more well-heeled?
He's asking the question.
You're valuing the wrong thing.
Well, so I'm just pointing out he's probably a great husband. Seems like Miss Terry and him have been together for all these years. I'm just pointing to what
You just want to leave your grandkids behind because it's turned me out. Quit winding me up at 75.
I think it's just listen, like you said, I have a perspective now at 31 that it might change in 30 plus years.
Will change.
I'm just telling you that's what I think now.
You keep going on the road with the Razorbacks and we keep losing, you may not make 75. I'm going to just tell you that right now.
I just see the difficulty and ailments that my grandparents and you brought up some
There's
good
no
parts,
fun. Getting old is not for sissies. You got to be tough to get old.
Listen, I'm a soft cookie apparently. I'm in the wrong generation, so that's why the generations far before us, every single one of them are better than us.
I've reached that milestone in life that speaking of getting old, there's the birthday boy just walked in the studio.
You're not 50 yet. You're 49.
He's 51, I think. 51.
I was going to say he's 1 year behind you.
Phil Elson, birthday boy, in the house.
Wish him a
49 years old today.
Man.
Do you want to at 75? Are you going to check out? You just want to check out like Ty has said he wants to?
I don't know what Ty said, but my whole plan is I'm going to die in the baseball radio booth. I've already planned it out. That was basically what I knew.
Spread your ashes at Baum Walker.
You can do what you want with me after I die in the baseball booth. After that, it's whatever.
Mid broadcast, after the broadcast,
stuff you can leave you in the corner in there.
I don't know. I mean, you want to go out on top. Maybe it should happen at the in Omaha, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Two places to die like that.
Oh man,
that's great. On my
ball
birthday, the
hits the
first thing I'm
glove for the
talking about is
final
how I'm
out.
going to die. This basically tells you a lot about me.
Thanks, Ty.
I'm just giving. It's a beef of mine. I give
A
my
little
kid-
bit of us all died back. What was that? 2018.
Yeah. Trophy Hawk says
all of us died a little bit that night.
Use is wasted on the young. David Van Buren says, I'm 43. I'm scared of dying. I worry about it every single day. Like, is it going to hurt? How fast will I be forgotten? Getting awful.
David, we need to
awful emotional here.
David, you're a little young to be thinking that way.
It's not dying we're talking about. It's living.
Ryan
It's
says
living.
38 sucks. I can't imagine being 80 years old. Phil West says that Bubba's going to spread your ashes in the corner of the booth
with his baseball
Yeah,
bat.
with this baseball bat next to it. Oh man!
Well, I'll tell you one place you could spread some ashes.
How do we get to that? Out of curiosity.
Well, just it's Ty's thoughts here. Ty's random thoughts. The White River. I know when my dad passed away, one of his wishes he had shared with me was being put in the Norfolk River.
That's kind of cool.
And that's what we did. And I know a lot of people, their favorite spot on earth is the White River. And one place, and not to get too morbid here, but one place that I know has a lot of memory. You know why I wanted to be there? A lot of great memories. You know why I like it there? Because every time I go back, I think about my dad. I feel close to my dad. The White River might be that place, and Gaston's might be the spot your family has enjoyed together for years. If you're looking for a spot like that, Gaston's is the spot. Now's the time to kind of get started. Winter rates are in effect. So every dad, is there a dad out there that doesn't like a discount? Anybody? Anyone? I'm seeing no hands. I hear no horns being honked. No. Everybody likes a discount. 40% off with winter rates in effect now at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. So call them up. They'll find you the right cabin or lodge. Any dads out there that doesn't like to build a fire in the fireplace? Show of hands. Nobody. All right. So everybody likes to build a fire. They got cabins. They'll bring the wood right to the door. It's awesome. Anybody like a good meal? Restaurants can be back open into the month.
Me.
Yeah, we can get some great steaks or something from the John Boat.
Are they redoing it?
Salad
I
bar.
saw it.
Well, they closed in January for deep cleaning.
Okay.
Got to get, kitchen squared up and everything. It's a slower time of the year. That's one reason we have winter rates. But, we're a couple weeks from being back open. So as you're making your plans, you can ask about that as well. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you, Ty.
I got your pizza. Brady's back.
This is the Morning Rush.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Winter's here, and as the temperature drops, energy use can go up. That means so can your bills.
At Arkansas Oklahoma Gas, we know managing energy costs isn't always simple, and we're here to help. We offer practical energy-saving tips, convenient payment options, and connections to assistance programs to help you through the season. Whether you're planning ahead or looking for extra support, our team is ready to help you explore your options. Learn more at aogc.com/winter.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Is it time for you to finally get the barn, hunting lodge, barn dominium, or garage you always wanted? Sutherland's is here to help. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. When you choose to work with us, you can expect top quality, expertise, and peace of mind, knowing that Sutherland's will do whatever it takes to get the building you've always wanted. For a free quote, call 1-800-66-BARNS. Free estimates at Sutherland's.com. For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been helping folks build it better. No matter the project, we're here to help. Because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
If you work the land, Wheeler Power Sports and Kawasaki want to work for you. The Kawasaki Agriculture Sales Program is delivering exclusive farmer incentives on Kawasaki off-road vehicles. Save $250 on a brute force. Save $500 on Kawasaki mules. And $750 on Kawasaki Ridges. This program runs through March 31st, and it can be combined with any other Kawasaki promotion. All you need is a registered farm ID, ag tag, exemption, or co-op membership. Wheeler Power Sports in historic downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Hey everybody, Zachary Hall here, otherwise known as the Arkansas Storm Tracker. If you have not stopped by the Jam Mart in Fort Smith on Phoenix Avenue, you're missing out. They have a brand new hot case in there. They serve breakfast, they serve lunch, they serve dinner. My personal favorite is the chicken strips and potato wedges. They also serve cheeseburgers as well. They have all sorts of options that you don't want to miss. Be sure to stop by and see your local Jam Mart, Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith today. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in Arkansas.
Fill her up, please. Mustard! Ketchup.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The celebration starts now.
You were talking about exclusivity earlier, owning in a National Football League team.
Mm-hmm.
Since 1969, the Pittsburgh Steelers have only had 3 coaches: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. I think in that kind of around that same time frame is where the Baltimore Ravens is at. But you talk about exclusivity, that's insane considering you think about the turnover, not just the NFL, but really just college football or anything else in general.
Certainly, when you say end of an era, that's maybe the best definition in sports. Is what you're seeing with the changing of the guard with the Steelers. Hey, Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. NFL playoffs are heating up. Wild card round is here. The wild card round is done. We're going in the divisional round this weekend, and we won't be far from the Super Bowl. We've been talking about college basketball last night in the SEC. You got 5 games tonight in the SEC. They're all available. And, just a full slate of college basketball and NBA games as well. New customers, and now's a great time to sign up if you haven't. Do that before the Super Bowl. Get $1,000 in bonus bets each of your first 10 days. Second chance betting up to $100 per day. Futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, in-game betting, and more. It's all there for you with the Oaklawn Sports app. Easy to fund, easy to withdraw. You can even start wagering on the national championship game, the college football national championship. Coming up Monday is Indiana will take on Miami. It's all with the Oaklawn Sports app and the Apple app or Google Play Store.
Colton, I know you had a quick beat before we go on Nick Pringle.
Yeah, so reading the game notes, last time you faced up against South Carolina before the SEC tournament, you actually went to Columbia, South Carolina after you had kind of gotten back on track a little bit. You figured out you might find your way into the tournament early March. You go to South Carolina, one of the worst teams in the league last year, and you got absolutely trounced. At one point, the score was 50-18 in favor of the Gamecocks. And one of the big reasons why, current Razorback Nick Pringle. He poured in 18 points, had 9 rebounds, and 3 steals in that game. And I'm thinking to myself, my beef, today is, where is that Nick Pringle? I would love to see him in a Razorback uniform at some point this season. They have been sorely needing defense, sorely needing a little bit more physicality, and he would definitely bring that with a 20-point outburst like that.
All right, that's Colton's Beef. Watch Your Beef Wednesday, always brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Curbside pickup on these cold days is great. 479-443-0000 is their number. Everything from bacon wrap fillets to gourmet burgers, fresh kebabs, and more. You can have a great meal and watch the game tonight. 479-443-0000 or richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Halftime coming up next with the birthday boy plus Matt Jones and Big C.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet,